Hi everyone, part 3 regarding rheumatic fever. Okay, in this video especially we are going to deal about management for the rheumatic fever. Okay, once the children is suffering with the rheumatic fever, as a nurse, what care we have to provide for reducing their rheumatic fever. Okay, regarding this we are going to discuss in this video. Okay, first of all, as a nurse we have to provide a comfortable position to the children. Why? Because the children's is normally healthy status means the child maintaining their normal position. Okay, once the child having any diseases, okay, if the child is having unhealthy means the child not cooperating with the normal environment. Okay, the child will be always continuous crying. Okay, the child not tolerate their disease condition. Why? Because they are children. Okay, once the children are affected by this disease of rheumatic fever, as a nurse we have to provide complete bed rest to the children and comfortable position to the children. Okay, which is comfortable position for children for good sleep, for improving their health status. As a nurse we have to provide comfortable position to the children. Okay, this is the first step. Okay, first of all we have to provide bed rest. Okay, in resting period only we have to give some procedures or some medications or some other care. Okay, we are not providing any comfortable position, we are not giving any comfortable environment in front of the nurse and patient. The children are not getting or not receiving any treatment from you. Okay, that's why as a nurse we have to encourage the children. Okay, by giving some happiest moments. Hi children, hi kid, how are you, what is your name? Okay, this is the medication for you for improving their health or for improving your health. Okay, after receiving this medication you are playing with your sister or your neighbors or your family members, you are happy, your disease will be reduced. Regarding this you are communicate with in polite nature to the children, but you are not giving treatment by harassment. Okay, you are not giving any medications or any treatment to the children by giving to the some tortureness to the children. Okay, always you provide a comfortable environment, calm and quiet environment, which is adjustable environment is there to the children. That environment will be provided in the hospital for curing their disease condition. This is the first step. Okay, next we go for or we proceed some medications to reducing the disease of rheumatic fever. Okay, in this the medications like first of all, what medications means that medication name, that is the procaine penicillin. Okay, procaine penicillin is administered for the children up to 10 days. Okay, along with we have to administer another medication like benzathine penicillin. Okay, benzathine penicillin will be administered to the children every 21st day of disease duration. Okay, the children will be suffering with this type of rheumatic fever. Okay, every 21 days we have to administer one drug, that is the benzathine penicillin. Okay, this is the main medication. Another medication like steroid therapy. Okay, this is the one medications for curation of children's rheumatic fever. Okay, in this steroid therapy, for example, prednisolone. Okay, this is the major drug for curation of rheumatic fever in the children. Okay, next another one is the phenobarbital drug. Okay, phenobarbital or diazepam. Why we have to administer diazepam or phenobarbital means one symptom is there, no? What is that symptom? The children suffering with the chorea. Okay, what is that chorea meaning? What is that chorea symptom? The children are having abnormal movements. Okay, whose children are suffering with this disease condition of rheumatic fever. Okay, those children are showing some type of abnormal movements, purposeless movements. Okay, once the children is doing some movements means there is no need for doing that particular movements. Then for control of their movements, that's why we have to administer their one drug, that is the phenobarbital or diazepam. Okay, these are the special medications for control of their rheumatic fever. Okay, next normal daily routine care for the children for protecting their health, we have to changing their position. Why? Because continuously the children will be sleeping on the bed on same position means the pressure points is there, no? Once the child will be completely sleep on flat position means the children's will body get some pressure points, in that pressure points having the some pressure sources. Okay, for prevention of pressure ulcers or pressure sources, okay, we have to changing every 2 hours, change their position. Okay, left side or right side or left lateral or right lateral or supine or prone, which is comfortable position for the children, that position we have to provide for the children for improving their health. Okay, this is our second duty. Okay, next another one is the this care we have to provide it for the children means the rheumatic fever will be disappear within 6 to 8 weeks of daily life. Okay, once the children will be getting this rheumatic fever means 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, within 6 to 8 weeks the disease will be disappear. Okay, next another step that is the important, that is the diet. Okay, which is diet we have to provide it for the children. The diet is very useful for control of their disease. Okay, for improving their immunity power. How means? By providing balanced diet, by providing protein diet, by providing vitamin diet, by providing micronutrient diet to the children. Okay, along with we have to avoid some salt diet to the children who are suffering with the rheumatic fever. Okay, next another one is the our care, like we have to provide some what is that means medications like aspirin drug. Okay, this is also best treatment for control of rheumatic fever. Okay, if the fever, the body temperature should be increased means as a nurse we have to provide some care. Okay, what is that means? Cold compress or cold sponge. Okay, we have to give some special care to the children for reducing their body temperature or for maintenance of their normal body temperature. Okay, this is the medical management for the children who are suffering with the rheumatic fever. Okay, next we discussed about nursing management for the children who are suffering with the this disease of rheumatic fever. Okay, in this we have to provide bed rest, okay, comfortable bed rest, and we have to give back care to the children, and we have to improve the oral hygiene. Okay, why? Because the children they don't know how to do or how to take oral hygiene. Okay, what is the importance for doing or for taking oral hygiene? Okay, so much of benefits is there by taking good oral hygiene. Why? Because once we are eating food means some food particles will be stay there or some food particles remaining in the gums or in between teeth. Okay, that will be cause some infection to the teeth. Okay, the infection in early stages we are not giving any medications means some bad odor will coming from the mouth. Okay, then also we are not giving any care means the infection will be reached into the lower respiratory tract or lower GI tract. Okay, that infection will be reaches to the all over the body. Regarding this also the infection may be severity into the children. Okay, that's why in childhood stage as a parents or as a nurses we have to give good oral hygiene to the children for protecting their health. Okay, for reducing their health, for reducing their diseases to the health, we have to give good oral hygiene to the children. Okay, next one is the we have to give comfortable positions to the children. Already we discussed, you know. Okay, next we have to give calm and quiet environment, and we have to prevent infections. By administration of antibiotics to the children, we have to prevent infection, we have to reduce infection, we have to control infection. Why? Because the rheumatic fever will cause only by the streptococcal infection. Okay, that's why we have to control the infection. Okay, next another one is the in front of children or in nearby children some sharp objectives, some hardness objectives is there, no? Okay, for prevention of injuries we have to remove that sharp objectives. Why? Because the children, they don't know that sharp objective can damage our health, okay, can injure to the our body, like that they don't know, but the children will be playing with sharp objectives. Again some diseases will caused by the this type of sharp objectives injuries. Okay, that's why we have to remove nearby children's sharp objectives should be keep near, avoid or along onto the children. Okay, next another one is the meals. Okay, small frequent of meals we have to provide to the children. Why? Because the small frequent of meals many times we have to provide it, means the small amount should be easily digested to the children. Why? Because their digestive capacity not improved, their digestive capacity not developed. That's why we have to give small frequent of meals many times. Okay, for prevention of vomitings, for control of complications like indigestion problems. Okay, another one is the injuries. Okay, why? Because the children will be having some injuries by in the bed, we are not providing any side rails, means the children will be simply fall down from the bed. Okay, again the children are getting some infection, some injuries, some bleeding, okay, some wounds due to the fall down from the beds. Okay, that's why we have to provide side rails to the bed. Okay, don't leave alone while children will be sleeping. Why? Because the child will be simply moving their positions while deep sleep. Okay, they don't know, they are completely forgetting concentration. Okay, they are simply fall down from the beds. That's why we are never alone the children. Okay, never leave alone the children. We have to supervise the children. Then when the child will be sleeping, then also we have to supervise the children. Okay, next another one is the complications, last step. Okay, in these early stages we are not giving any treatment for control of rheumatic fever or reducing rheumatic fever, means the children is prone to get some diseases, some complications. What are the complications? Means the complications like aortic valve stenosis. Okay, aortic valve stenosis. Another one is the aortic valve regurgitation. Another one is the damage to the heart muscle. Another one is the heart failure. Okay, these are the major complications is there. What is the aorta? What is the relationship between the aortic valve stenosis in the rheumatic fever? Means rheumatic fever also affected some infection to the heart, no? Okay, in that heart having the one aorta. Okay, in that aorta what is the function? Means the blood will be circulate to the all over the body. Okay, in that aorta one aortic valve is there. Okay, in the left ventricle, in between left ventricle and aorta, the aortic valve is there. Okay, in that aortic valve having a narrowing. Okay, closing, narrowing. Due to the stenosis of aortic valve, the blood is not circulates to the all over the body parts. This is also one major complication from the rheumatic fever. Okay, once the aortic valve getting some stenosis, some narrowing, means the blood not transmuted or the blood not supplied to the all body parts. The body parts getting some necrosis, the body parts getting some type of deoxygenation. Okay, then the body complete deoxygenated or the body getting some type of discoloration. Okay, regarding these complications will be coming from the rheumatic fever. That's why in early stages only we have to give proper treatment to the children who are suffering with the rheumatic fever. Okay, next another one is the valve regurgitation. Okay, what is meant by valve regurgitation? Actually the valve, what is the functioning means for outflow of blood. Okay, in this valve regurgitation what happens means direction flow should be abnormal. Okay, once the flow will be regurgitation means back flow, means opposite direction the blood should be circulates. Okay, this is also one major complication regarding rheumatic fever. Another one is the damage to the heart muscle. What is the function of heart muscle? The heart muscle will be protection to the heart. Okay, once the heart muscle getting any damage means the heart also not giving any normal functioning, not circulating, not pumping blood to the body parts, not purification, okay, or oxygenated blood not receiving, deoxygenated blood not receiving, there is no any normal functioning. Okay, this will also one complication from the rheumatic fever in the children. Okay, last that is the heart failure. Complete function should be failure, complete function should be abnormal in the children. Okay, these are the major complications regarding rheumatic fever in the children. As a nurse, as a viewers, okay, finally this conclusion, once the children will be suffering with the any disease condition or any rheumatic fever, or once we are having one doubt, the children are suffering with some edema formation in the joints or some joint pains is there, means in early stages. Okay, early stages we are identified. In primary stage we have to go for the doctor's advice. Okay, once the physician we are consulting means the physician will give or the physician will check complete body structure of the children. Is there any abnormalities? Is there any problems in the children? Okay, the problem will be verified by the physician. Okay, why? Because the heart is a one type of important organ in the human body, no? Okay, the heart will be pumping blood to the all body parts. Okay, that's why once the heart getting any infection or the heart getting any function loss means again major complication will be there. That's why which problem is arise from the children's body means immediately we have to give some special care, we have to give some special attention on the children's health. Why? Because the children's they don't know what is their problem. Okay, the problem is major or minor. Okay, the problem is cured in early stages or the problem is getting some other complications, they don't know. Okay, simply they are crying. Okay, the problem is severe, then also crying, the problem minor, then also crying. Okay, as a parents, as a viewers, we have to differentiate the problem, we have to assess the problem, we have to identify the problem. What is the children's health problem? Immediately we have to consult the doctor, and what is the doctor follow-up care, that will be we have to attend it. Okay, sometimes the doctor gives some type of visits. Okay, first visit, second visit, third visit, regarding follow-up care they are giving. Okay, their visits also we have to attend for protecting our child. Okay, as our rule, as our right, for giving a good and complete health to the children. Okay, that is our role. As a nurse, as a parent, we have to improving health of the children. That's why we have to work in the hospital. Okay, every patient will be cured by giving quality of care by the nurses only. Okay, when you are providing quality of care, we have to improving quality of health of the children. Okay, that's why we have to get well knowledge. Okay, we have skillful knowledge regarding children's health. Okay, this is regarding rheumatic fever. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching.